Did you see what Bitcoin is about to do? Have you seen this chart right here? Did you look at this candle right here? It's been a roller coaster of a ride for Bitcoin this year. We've had a high of 69,000, a crash all the way down to 33,000, and a subsequent rally all the way up to 47. But look, what Bitcoin is gearing up to do right now, as we speak, this is something it hasn't done literally all year long. I need you to really pay attention to this candle right here and what is about to happen, because it's been quite a while since we've shown a signal like we are about to do. I need you to buckle up. It's getting serious. If you're new here, my name is Steve. I went from living on $12 a day to literally minting millionaires with my game-changing courses and indicators. You can find our courses and indicators at cryptocrewuniversity.com. There's a very large discount on them right now. We'll get to more on that later. But first, let's jump in, hit that subscribe button. We've got to jump into this chart, right? It's been a roller coaster of a ride. I know that the anxiety is high, the emotions are running high in Bitcoin, but what I'm going to do in this video is provide you the facts. The facts maybe will surprise you, maybe you won't like them, but you will respect them, because on this channel, we present the facts and only the facts, not my emotional opinion, no BS. I started in the stock market a little over 20 years ago, back when I was 16. I made every mistake in the book, and I'm here. My purpose in life is to really help you not make all those ridiculous, costly, emotional mistakes that I made over the years. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. As we mentioned, 69,000 this year. Fell all the way down to 32.33. Remember, we had that rally from 32.33 up to 47, which we talked about on our channel. And now what we're doing with this candle, we haven't done this literally all year. This is a sign I want to present to you so you've got more knowledge about what's going on. All right. I want to also show you this chart. Let's run through this chart real quick. We're going to come back to this candle, and I'm going to give my honest take on what you should expect going forward, given the signal that we're about to show. But first, in order to really understand it, let's jump through some of these. Take a look at the bottom, the stochastic RSI. That's our momentum. Our momentum has been heading down in the short term since April 4th, right? Back when we were at about 47, we had this cross down, right? When the red line is on top, prices is going to be going down more than likely. When the blue line is on top, that's when we're going to be rallying in prices. Our momentum is heading down, and there's no way around it. The RSI, which measures overbought, oversold. Right now we're at 38, okay? And if you look at the big picture, 38 is entering some very, very oversold territory, but we've still got room. On our channel here, we talked about this was our pivot low. Back in July of last year, we took it out back in January of this year. We said that that was a major, major warning sign that more turmoil was to come. We called that back in January, just based on market structure, not what we thought was going to happen, not what we were hoping for. Look, what we're hoping for is bullishness. Just like my hair, we're a long-term Bitcoin bull, but we're also honest and realistic. We do have some more turmoil coming. This is not the end of the turmoil, but look, we broke this market structure, plain and simple, and then we failed to make a higher high. That was another failed, and this low, we expect to take out this pivot low back from January of this year. So over the next handful of weeks to months, look for this pivot low to be taken out and for us to go even further, which is good for us because look, we'll be even more oversold. That means the herd is really going to be selling Bitcoin to us, because we do the opposite of the herd here on this channel. So we will be buying that Bitcoin that unfortunately the herd will be panic selling and capitulating. So we will look for that to play out as well. And then when the NVT HV, look, this signal prints once a year, once every other year. But what are we looking for? We're looking for this line here to go below this yellow line. And when it does, it tells us that the largest move of the year is underway. We're almost there. We're almost near our largest move of the year. We will keep you up to date there as well. And on this channel, we talk about the big moves in Bitcoin so that you can stay 1, 2, 3, 4 steps ahead of the herd. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss these big moves. For example, this move here. we talked about on our channel, because we went below this HV NVT here back in 2020, and we said the major move is coming, and we went from prices of about 18,000 all the way up to 63, 64,000 because of just following the facts in the charts. We talk about the big moves here. You don't want to miss the big moves. That's why you hit the subscribe button. Now with price action, we have on our chart here the 200 week moving average, right? Why do we have the 200 week? Well, if you look at history, we usually fall down to the 200 week, right? During the bear market. So as we fall down to the 200 week, we want to have it on our chart. Where is it right now? It's at about 21,000. Keep in mind, this rises every day. All right, so it's 21. It's not like it's going to be 27 tomorrow. It rises slowly, but we want to keep our eye on that. Now, does it mean we can't wick through like we did in 2020? We absolutely can wick through, and we did it back here in 2015 as well as early 2015 here. So can we wick through this? Absolutely. There's a big misconception where folks thinks we cannot go below the 200 week moving average. That's a major myth. We absolutely can have a wick, which will be more than likely our capitulation wick if we do. All right. The bad news is it can capitulate quite far, as it did here. If we just take a percentage move, I mean, we're talking about roughly 30% below. So let's just do a rough guess, right? Let's say we're capitulating as we speak, just to give you an idea. Keep in mind this rises every day, but just to set the standard of where we could go to, you know, a 30% fall would put us at about 15K. All right. Does that mean we're going to fall to 15K tomorrow or the next day? No, we're talking about what could happen once we get down to this 200 week moving average. So stay level headed, stay tuned. We will cover it in detail, not to worry about right now because we're just simply not close to it. Okay, now let's go back to this candle, something that we haven't done literally all year. This is a sign that is coming into the market that we need to take into our pocket and understand its significance. Now, if you look at the bodies of the candles here, you can see what's about to happen. You might be able to see it even clearer if I put it on a line chart. Look at our line now. Where has our line been this all year? We're talking about the closing, okay? This closing price from here was at about 36. Yes, we wicked down. Yes, we had all of that fun stuff. You can see all the wicks here, but the bodies of the candles tell the facts. The wicks tell the story. And the story is, look, we fell down to these prices, but they were bought up. We're not getting bought up right now. What does that tell you? It means we've got further downside action coming. We're about to close the lowest weekly candle of the year. That's major. We've had a lot of weekly candles during the year, right? A lot. None of them will close as low as the one we are about to close. All right. Now, I have on our chart here this white line. Now, a lot of people are talking about that 30K area. The 30K area is not the significant area. It's actually 29. 29 is where all of these wicks were bought up. The wicks were bought up in January of 2021. The wicks were bought up all through May in July of 2021, and we're going to see, because it's likely we're going to come down to play with this level over the next handful of months, and we need to see, are we going to be bought up or are we going to breach this level in a major capitulation move? That's what's around the corner. Now, I mentioned earlier in the episode, we do have a discount on our courses. If you go to cryptocrewuniversity.com, that's where we've minted a lot of millionaires from our students with our courses. Our courses are 20 plus years of information condensed down into the simplest, easiest steps so you can literally recover your losses and set yourself up for your financial future with your family, your financial freedom. Go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. You can check out the big discounts. I'll see you right back here on the next episode. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs. There's only one question left. When to sell your cryptocurrency? Click right here, right now to find the 3 simple steps.